Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our September edition of Houston HBCU Live. This, of course, we are excited. You've got Miss V and the Bishop today. We are back. How are you doing, Miss Veronica?
Hey, today has been a fantastic day, and I know you have had a fantastic day as well. Watching the summer go out and the fall come in, it is a beautiful day.
I absolutely have. It has been a phenomenal day, and we're having some pretty good weather here in Houston. We had a little bit of storm and some weather to be concerned about, but God's been good to us, and we weathered the storm, and we're here now. So we welcome all of you. We'd like to ask you to go ahead and comment. Let us know that you're on there, because I see that you guys are tuning in. Like, of course, I know Miss Yvette Allen is on. I know Miss Siobhan Himes is on. But do us a favor, comment.
Family nights.
Yes, let us know what. Yes, please let us know what school you're representing tonight. Let us know your school. Of course, I represent Paul Quinn College. And
I represent Grambling State University.
Absolutely.
Where everybody is somebody.
We are in the house. So if you're meeting us for the very first time, whether you're on Facebook or you are on YouTube watching us live, we welcome you. We invite you tonight to join in the conversation. This is an interactive podcast. Let us know who you are and where you're joining us from, and post your comment. We definitely want to highlight and recognize your comments tonight. It is interactive, so you can communicate by posting your comments to our guests tonight. We have a brilliant panel of guests tonight, I would say. Miss Veronica, how about you?
I would say so as well. I tell you, I've had an opportunity to meet some of them before tonight, and yes, they are. I agree with you. They are brilliant in their way. Yes, they are.
This is a great discussion, as we will be discussing tonight HBCU medical schools, African Americans in medicine, as well as our holistic health tips tonight. We'll be greeting our guests momentarily. They're all backstage. So go ahead, Ms. Veronica, and update us on what's taking place with Houston HBCU, and let our new viewers know who we are. Tell them who we are, and give us
wonderful. Thank you so much. We are actually a consortium of local HBCU chapters as well as graduates. We come together to work collectively to promote and uplift our historically Black colleges and universities. We work toward a common goal, knowing that recruiting is our #1 priority. Why? Because we know, guys, we know no students, no school. So we take pride in representing our alma maters as well as all of our historically Black colleges and universities. We set a goal for 2020 of 50 historically Black colleges and universities working together. And to date, Bishop, guess how many we have
How
today?
many?
We already have 39 different historically Black colleges and universities working together to make sure our schools out in the forefront and that our schools are the students' first choice when they are deciding on their higher education. So what we have coming up are some of our dynamic programs, and we certainly want to draw your attention to some of our social media platforms that we want you to visit on a regular basis, because there is where you'll find all of our information
Yes.
about what we are doing in the community. We have our mentoring program coming up pretty soon because school is back in, as you know.
Yes.
And we have that coming up pretty soon.
Yes.
So look out on our website. It's hbcuaa.org. And
Yes.
you will find all about those programs. And we update our other platforms on a regular basis. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, we're out there.
Yes.
Now, all you have to do is Google us. Google Houston HBCU alumni. And look for the star, and you will know that you're in the right place. You can join on any of those platforms. You can join on our Facebook page. Look under About. The links are already there. It's very, very easy. We want to make sure it's convenient for everybody. Then if you look out on our website, you can join directly off of there. We have everything running across the top. Join us. We have chapters there. Now, if you are looking for alums that graduated from the same school you graduated from, and if it's not listed out there, just contact us. That is our role, to help our alums reunite and to form local HBCU alumni chapters so that they can give back to their alumni schools as a collective group. So please, guys, visit us on a regular basis on our social media platforms so that we can help you reunite with fellow HBCU alums. And just join us. And guess what? Like I said, we're at 39 schools, and our goal is to get to 50. So just to list a few of those schools, and then I'm gonna go back to Bishop. Some of the schools that are not currently represented include schools like Jackson State University. I think we have Philander Smith. That's another one that's not currently represented. So if you look out there on our page, you'll see the schools that are currently represented. And if you do not see your school, join on an individual basis. It's only $35 annually. And we still have a whole quarter left just about in this year. So guess what, guys? Once you become a member for 2020, it will remind you to go ahead and pay your dues for 2021. So with that, I'm going to go back to Bishop.
All right. So listen, membership has its privileges. Join, and you don't have to wait. You can join tonight. Join our awesome organization. In the words of that old hillbilly, you won't find this nowhere else. So we invite you to make sure you join in with us tonight. So let's get in our conversation, guys. Now, what I'm realizing is there is something. This is live, and I just have to tell you, Facebook made some changes recently that has affected our platforms for live streaming. So those of you that are on YouTube, I'm able to see your comments like I did with Miss Middleton, and I'm able to post those comments, but for some reason, those of you that are in Facebook, I'm not able to bring your comments onto the screen. That's okay. Please keep commenting. So let me recognize who's here because this is very important as we get in our discussion. We got to know who's here. We have Early Middleton is saying good evening from Wilberforce University in Wilberforce, Ohio. She's a part of the Greater North Carolina Alumni Chapter via Raleigh, North Carolina. She is here. And of course, Dr. Gossett is an alumnus of Wilberforce University. We have representing Miss Hall, I'm sorry, I think it's Agita Hall representing Southern University. Excuse me if I messed your name up. Siobhan Himes is viewing from Grambling State University. Yvonne Gibson from Grambling State University. Janet Harvey is here from Wilberforce University. Gabby, thank you for joining us representing Southern University. I'm trying to get as many of you all out as I can. Kendall Burnett, Dillard University is on tonight. Jamisha, Mimi, Tennessee State is with us. Janice Argaden, Virginia State University. Amber Brooks is joining from Dillard University. We also have Mickey Rice joining us representing Wilberforce University and Amber Newman from Dillard University. All right. Thank you guys.
Come on, we got lots of visitors tonight. Yes, we love it.
Letting us know that you are there. Oh, thank you so much. She said I pronounced her name perfectly. Thank you. I'm glad I did. So that's for Paul Quinn, HBCU Education. Now, before we bring our guests on, because we've got a great discussion, and they've been on with us for some time in behind the scenes. Miss V, go ahead and let us know what's going on the yard. Update us. What's happening in HBCU world?
Oh, you know, I love to talk about what's going on the yard, and because I want everybody to follow these things, so we can always talk about it later on. So I know everybody's been keeping up with what's going on at Jackson State, but I just want to congratulate, first of all, Deion Sanders on becoming a proud HBCU graduate. It was his dream to graduate from an HBCU. And of course, he went on to play football at a school that was not an HBCU. But after 35 years, I am so happy to say Deion Sanders is a graduate of Talladega College. Congratulations, Deion Sanders.
Congratulations.
He went on and life got even better.
Yes.
He is now currently the head football coach at Jackson State University. So congratulations again. And it gets even better. He's got an opportunity to offer his own son, because he has been coaching his son all of his life in football. So he had an opportunity to offer his own son. These are things that usually you don't get a chance to really celebrate. A scholarship to come and play under his tutelage at an HBCU, Jackson State University.
Come on, let's give it up.
For him, and I know he is just as excited. And then moving on, guess what? Chris Paul. He has always been, he grew up in an HBCU family. His mother and father attended an HBCU and graduated from an HBCU, and he has enrolled into Winston-Salem, and that's where his parents graduated from. And you know his story. He went on to play basketball in the NBA, but from there he was not in an HBCU, but he went on to play basketball. And you know Chris Paul because he was the one that launched the sneaker program where he was representing. He wore the different sneakers from HBCUs.
Yes, yes.
Playing basketball in the bubble.
Yes.
That's Chris Paul. So these two have always supported. They didn't just come on the scene to support our historically Black colleges and universities. They have always supported. So they are continuing to do just that. And
Yeah.
the next thing that I want our listeners to follow, and I want you to go and look for those schedules. Virtual homecomings. Guys, I am so excited about this. And we have a couple that I want to just throw out there. Stillman College, because they are a member school, proud member school. Their president is a member of our organization. Whenever we asked her to come, she is there. If she's available, she's there. No questions asked. So Stillman College is going to host their virtual college fair on October the 10th. So look for that. St. Augustine University, they're going to host theirs October the 18th through the 24th. So guys, I want you to go look for the schedule. And if they have not announced it, just inquire. And if you have to serve on a committee to help them create a virtual homecoming, and I'm saying that hint, hint, because I know my line sister is on with me tonight and my goddaughter. So I want you all to assist in planning a virtual homecoming for Grambling State University, because you know every year we're up there by Friday, we're building a float, participating in the homecoming parade and tailgating the game, the whole 9 yards. So Miss Allen and goddaughter Tiffany, let's see if we can come up with a virtual homecoming, because I know Grambling is already planning one. We just want to be a part of it. So that's what's happening on the yard. We want to make sure that those traditions go on, whether we're in person or virtually. Because I guarantee you, everything that we did in person, we can convert it to the virtual platform, including bringing your own burgers and what have you, and have it in your house while you enjoy each other. So let's see what we can create with that. And that's what's happening on the yard, Bishop.
All right, some great things on the yard. We have a new normal. We have a new normal. Again, guys, like I said, this is live. I believe that Mr. Thomas can see us. John Thomas, if you can see us, we can no longer see you. So if you would please log back in, just go out and come back in so we can bring you up and bring you into the discussion. As I'm ready for us to get into this discussion tonight, excited about everything that's going on the yard and everything that's coming up, some phenomenal things that's coming up on the yard. It's our new normal. And I caught that just like a Grambling night, you know, to pull in Grambling and try to have an alumni meeting on our broadcast. I mean, that's those Grambling Tigers for you. They've always got to show out for us. But we're talking about tonight African Americans in medicine. And Ms. V, you may need to check your text to see if Mr. Thomas is trying to contact you. We're going to get him back in so we can talk about our HBCU medical schools. I did send him an email, but I don't have his number, so please let him know that we need him to log out and come in again so to refresh his browser. Okay.
I'll send him a text as well.
Yeah. Okay, he's here and he's watching, but I think you need to refresh your browser. And there he is. He's back on the stage with us. He's coming on stage with us.
Well, let me just throw this out there right now to our listening audience, Bishop. We're going to ask up front for social media grace tonight, because we know that as time goes on, you know, multiple people are on at the same time, and we want to share. We want to share the time. So we're not going to be greedy. So we're going to just ask our listening audience, if you would, please just give us social media grace tonight. Okay? Because we want to share this time with the world.
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
So tonight we have a wonderful group of panelists tonight, and we're talking about our HBCU medical schools. We have with us tonight from Meharry Medical College, Mr. John C. Thomas, and we also are discussing African Americans in medicine. We have Dr. Garland Gossett, who is an undergraduate alum of Wilberforce University, as well as attended medical school, graduated from Howard University Medical
Yes.
School. So he is
Yes.
a graduate of an HBCU medical school. And then we have Dr. Denise Ford, naturopathic doctor, who's going to come and give us some holistic keys for us so that we can live healthier lives. So I
Yes.
want to roll this quick video for you about Meharry Medical College, and then we're going into our discussion. We want lingering time. We're going to go into our discussion. So this time, do me a favor. Everyone that's joining in, I see your comments. Please share. Please share the broadcast tonight. Share the broadcast. Let us see that you are a sharer. When I see your name in the comments, I want to see that you are a sharer of this. And if you have any student around you that is interested in medicine, a career in healthcare, whether traditional medicine or holistic approaches to medicine, I need you to put them in front of your device right now. Tell them they need to watch this. So at this time, we're going to show this clip from Meharry Medical College, and then we're going to go into our discussion. And while I'm talking to you, I don't see any likes and hearts. So please give us some likes and hearts out there. I need to see those likes and hearts numbers go up. And we also need to see you sharing the broadcast Houston HBCU Live on tonight. Please share, share, share.
Share, share, share.
College, we teach health caring. We not only train physicians, dentists, and researchers, but Meharry instills a spirit of service in our future healthcare professionals.
Roughly 83% of Meharry's medical and dental alumni practice in underserved communities.
More than 40% of all Black dentists nationwide are Meharry graduates.
Meharry is a leading producer of African American PhDs in the biomedical sciences.
We also send health policy professionals into communities across the nation.
Every year, Meharry provides approximately $29 million of uncompensated care to local indigent and underserved patients. For more than 140 years, Meharry has cared for those who need it most. Your support is critical in securing Meharry's future while preserving its legacy.
All right, that was an awesome promo video discussing Meharry Medical College. Very excited about Meharry Medical College. So I'm going to go ahead and bring to the stage with us tonight Mr. John C. Thomas, who is representing Meharry Medical College. And I know Miss Veronica has his bio, and she wants to introduce Mr. Thomas tonight because he's her friend. And where do we go? Veronica, I think, is jumped off. She's jumped off, but she will be back on with us. So I have your bio here, and while I'm getting your bio, pulling your bio up, why don't you just go ahead and let us know? Tell us who you are and your role at Meharry Medical College.
All right. Well, I appreciate being here. Thank you for inviting me. Most definitely. Love the first time I came to Houston and attended the recruiting event maybe about a few months ago, back in February. Definitely enjoyed, and here I am again. And I hope to continue to do these types of events with you guys. I work with Meharry Medical College. I'm a manager of admissions and recruitment with the school. So I work with the three schools that we have there. Um, Basically, I manage the recruitment, admissions, and matriculation process for the School of Medicine, the School of Dentistry, and the School of Graduate Studies.
That's awesome, and you have so much work that you're doing there at Meharry Medical College, and Meharry has produced, definitely has produced premier healthcare
Yes.
professionals uh, in, in our country. I know Veronica is back on, and so I'm going to bring her back into the feed now. She's coming back in with us. All right, there she is. She's there now.
And
So,
thank you, audience, for that social media grace.
social media is live TV. It is well, like we sing in the church. It is well with our soul.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
can you tell us about your student? Because some students are deterred from attending medical school because they feel like they don't come from the background where their
Yes.
mom or dad is a doctor and they don't have the history and the legacy. Talk to us about the students that come to Meharry.
That's awesome. That's a great way to start because me actually moving up to Nashville, I'm not originally from Nashville, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Me coming to work at the medical school from other schools, traditional schools, I soon found out that my preconceptions or what I thought what it took to go to medical school or the type of background that you had to have was totally misleading. Um, the student that we're looking for is someone that is genuine within themselves. Most often, we're looking at the individual more so than students' test scores or grade point average. We're looking for an individual that knows who they are, knows who their community is, and someone that has been in that community doing great things, not just through college, but back in high school. And before that, someone that can show a really strong track record of service to the less fortunate, because of course, that's what we stand for, serving all the served. So I could really say to an individual that has the interest to be a doctor or a dentist or a researcher, you may think that, you don't have what it takes. I just want to say to you, think again, because, if you're an individual that cares about your community, and I mean, African American community or minority community, and you feel that you have something to offer, I say go for it. And one of the biggest things I can say to you is, going into college and you thinking that you have to be a science major or a math background or a strong biology, chemistry background. Yes, we want you to have those things, but again, we want you to be true to yourself and follow what you're passionate about first, because we want you to come to our school with uh, a unique mindset. So most definitely keep that in mind. Be yourself. Bring your unique experiences to us, and we can take it the rest of the way, and turn you into that doctor or dentist that you aspire to be.
Absolutely. That I'm glad you brought that out. And I know Veronica's going to jump in here as well, but I'm glad you brought the fact out because there are many students that feel like they have to have a certain background in
Yes,
order
sir. Not at
to
all.
attend medical school and to be successful. And I like the fact that you're telling our students that they have an opportunity to attend medical school and that they can become a doctor, a dentist, and attend Meharry Medical College. Talk to us about being an HBCU medical college because a lot of people don't realize that we have four
It's only a few.
historically medical schools, and many people don't realize that. Tell us about that rich history of being an HBCU medical school.
Man, it's something to definitely be proud of. Me coming from Alabama A&M University in Norman,
Yes.
Alabama, we're about an hour and a half away, from Nashville. heard a lot of great things, and I finally got here and got, embraced it and, to really experience it. And it's something like none other. I would always equivalent it to, coming home, essentially. It's somewhere that, you're going to be welcome. You're going to be cherished almost. I feel like, by the faculty, staff, and the students. We're all there for one mission and one mission alike. And, that's understood, when you attend here. It's definitely somewhere that, if you feel our mission, and, you feel that you can be a part of it, you can come in and live, breathe, and carry that mission ahead, even after you're gone. This is, it's definitely a place for you to be. And, just to be able to go out and find individuals that look like yourself, and, give them the wisdom, that you have, give them the encouragement to that they may not hear somewhere else, and, give them that encouragement to be able to carry on what's been laid before you, years and years before you, to carry it on for years and years ahead of you. It's a piece of history almost.
Mr. Thomas, does Meharry still have the partnership with some of the other HBCUs as it relates to medical school? Do they still
Definitely do.
have that program? Can you speak a little bit about that program?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. We do have those partnerships still available. We are working to strengthen those most definitely now. There may have been a point in time where those kind of fell to the wayside a bit, but we're strengthening those. My division of student affairs, we saw that as a need, to pick that back up for sure, strengthen it, and we're doing that right now. And it's a part of my job and some of my other colleagues to be that individual like I did to come down to Houston, to speak to
Okay.
high school students
And thank you for
build
coming.
those partnerships,
Yes.
relationships. I had a great time actually, and I'll be there again.
Okay,
So most
wonderful.
definitely,
Six.
anytime I'm always available. And
Okay.
we're definitely here in the summer times. We have students come from all types of HBCUs around the country, as far as out to Charles Drew to do summer programs with our researchers on campus, and it's something that you apply to when you come out and interview, and we have you spend time with us over the summer.
And then tell us about your HBCU wellness project that you have there at
Oh,
Meharry.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, one of my close colleagues, Miss Terica Sampson. Terica Sampson, and my great boss, Dr. Samuels. They lead that initiative, and they try to come up with ways for us to stay in shape, or just be heart healthy, around the campus while we do great work. Sometimes, we certainly can get so wrapped up in what we're doing and who we're helping that we can sometimes forget about ourselves. So they take on that initiative to kind of loop us back in on creative ways to stay in shape. Not only cardiovascular, but also mentally, physically. Just kind of try to cover that. From all facets, because not only us just as staff, but the students as well. Of course, they're working to become doctors and dentists, so they go head first into that stuff. So, you can kind of lose what's important as well outside of schools. Try to keep our students grounded as much as possible.
Yeah. Yes. And what about your COVID research? I heard that you all were at the top of the list with that, and you ended up getting an award because of it. With the 35th Stella Awards.
We did for sure. I'd have to say our president, Dr. Hildreth, he's been leading the way, keeping us in the forefront of what's going on with COVID. Of course, our school, we're leading the testing initiative in Nashville for the city. All testing is done by us for free on our campus, and also at 2 other locations that we go out and we volunteer for. So that just kind of dials back into our mission, again, serving the underserved, serving our community, being the first people to go into the face of a crisis instead of going the opposite way. It's just kind of what what's kind of been built for us to continue, and we take pride in being those people that do that.
So because of it, Meharry Medical College was recognized as the 2020 recipient of the First Responders Award by the Stella Awards this year. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And everyone, if you're just joining in tonight, you've joined into Houston HBCU Live. This is our September episode where we are discussing our HBCU medical schools, in particular Meharry Medical College, African Americans in medicine. And hang in there with us. We're going to be hearing from a holistic expert that will tell us what we can do at home to keep ourselves healthy. As we move into this dialogue, and Mr. Thomas, if you hang in there with us, I want to bring up Dr. Garland Gossett, who is a Houston area gastroenterologist. He's also a member of the Houston HBCU Alumni Association. I'm bringing him on with us, and he's joining us now. Welcome, Dr. Gossett, to the conversation. Let's see. Dr. Gossett, are you there with us? I think he froze. Oh, there he is. Dr. Gossett, can you hear us? I don't think he's hearing us. Okay. Dr. Gossett, can you hear us? Okay, let me allow him to adjust, and we will bring him into the conversation again. Dr. Gossett, are you hearing us? I don't think he's hearing us. Okay. Okay, we'll bring him back to the conversation in just a moment. But even as we're talking, Mr. Thomas, some people feel like, and we always deal with this with HBCUs, many people feel like if it's an HBCU, then perhaps it's less than, or your opportunities are not as vast as if you attended a PWI. So we always deal with that. And I've come to learn, now my mother was the type, every one of my mother's doctors historically has been African American. And it has only been in recent years, because of referrals from her doctors, that she's kind of crossed over and gone on the other side of town. But bottom line, my mama had black doctors. We had black dentists,
Yes.
black doctors. And that was it. That's the only person mother trusted with us. Because mom always said that African American doctors had to be top. They had to be at on the top.
That's correct.
Very smart, and their grades had to be extremely higher than those of the white students. So can you talk to us about the experience for your graduates, with their residents, and what they've done and where they're going in their careers today?
I was gonna say that notion is not true at all. I was gonna say I can assure you that our students are equal to or greater than, you know, what we have to offer is equal to that as well. It's amazing to see the instructors, the professors that we have on our campus, care, the tenacity they bring on a daily basis for our students. You know, the things that may appear, they aren't what they seem, because what you learn from us, you'll be able to take and show what you're about, and you know, who you came from once you get to your final destination to work. And I can assure you that once they see, you know, what you're all about, they'll be asking what school you attend.
And what I kind of saw just looking at the leaders, your research and support center, most of those are young doctors in those fields. So I think what the HBCUs offer is the ability to work as a leader while you're on campus. So by the time you do graduate, you're already familiar with the work, your work ethic is built. You're familiar with time management. You're familiar with your expectations, and you also set those expectations for yourself. Now, sometimes we set them so high.
We do. We can. It's very easy.
On ourselves. But guess what? We get the job done, and we get it done with excellence. So your research center that's there on campus, tell us a little bit about that, especially dealing with the COVID, because I know you brought it up, but I know you all, President has been able to, he's one of the key voices when it comes to COVID in Tennessee. Is he not?
He is. He's speaking not only for us here in Tennessee, but he's giving great advice to the country. On a lot of different platforms. Just kind of giving good information to us as a community to let us know some good do's and don'ts. What we should be doing. How to stay safe, and also kind of relaying the message that we have from the campus. How we're going to play a part in eradicating, what's going on right now. Of course, our research center has been heads down, since this started in the labs, trying to come up with a vaccine. And, I think that, we're going to be one of those leaders that, helps in this. Not only with our service, with the testing and things like that, but with our great researchers and in the graduate school, in our biomedical sciences program, will be some sort of capacity written down in history about how we contributed to overcoming.
So share with us some of for the students that are on. Share with us a little bit about admissions. What should they be doing right now to
Sure thing.
Just tell us a little bit about admissions, how to actually be admitted to the Harris Medical College, because you also have dental school, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Dental school and a graduate school. It has a PhD in biomedical sciences program, and also a master's of public health.
Yes.
And of course, a lot of different certificate programs as well. But I would say, as far as admissions goes, strictly admissions, it starts today. Unfortunately, you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a doctor or a dentist or a researcher. It starts as soon as possible. I would encourage you, it starts tomorrow. No matter what grade you're in, what level of college that you're in, you gotta get started immediately. And when I say that, it comes down not only to the classes that you choose. Of course, we do want you to be an individual that pursues your passions, your dreams, no matter that be undergrad degree in psychology, business, whatever that makes you unique. We encourage you to pursue that. But of course, there are a number of prereqs that you need. So along with that major, we just suggest that you choose a minor to go with it that concentrates on those science courses that cover your general biologies, chemistries, and biochemistries, things like that. So you do have an understanding and background of the sciences which you need once you move into the doctor or dental role. But for sure, we just want you, as you attend college, to really focus on yourself, find out what you're passionate about, and pursue those things. Once you do that, I'd also suggest you to immediately find clubs that are geared to MCAT, the DAT, those standardized tests that you need to start preparing for as soon as you can, because those tests are so technical. They have their own caveats that you have to. It takes years to learn how to pursue or break down a question, to ensure that you're getting those things correct. So those are two major areas that I would say that you concentrate on. Also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Website?
The school website is www.mmc.edu. That's 2 M's and a C.edu.
So you see, audience, very easy to remember. So go out there, They have a wealth of information about the school. So you want to get started now. And as I said, they are making sure they review those partnerships, even with those other HBCUs that they are working with. So inquire about all of that when you go to the school of your choice. So Bishop, back to you.
Awesome. This has been great so far. I want to see if we can get Dr. Gossett back on. Let's see
Wonderful.
if he can hear us again. Dr. Gossett, can you hear us? Let's see. Can you hear us? I don't think he's hearing us. Something was going on with the device earlier.
Okay.
So we'll give him the opportunity to come in and join us. I'm sure he will get that adjusted momentarily. So thank you so much for joining us today. We'll get that here because we definitely want to hear him. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. You've given us
I appreciate you guys
information and share with us about Meharry Medical College. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Hope to see you guys soon.
We hope
March
to see you
soon. 2021.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one, okay?
We're looking forward to having you again, talking to the students.
So that was awesome, awesome conversation, and hopefully we'll get Dr. Gossett in there to join us tonight. But we also want to welcome all of you who have just joined in with us. We had a comment from Ms. Cherise Story, who is president of Alpha Kappa Omega Chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Wow, Ms. Cherise Story, president of Alpha Kappa Omega Chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Welcome to HBCU Live.
Ms. B had to say that again because, only an AKA can say that, Alpha Kappa
Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
I don't have that swag, and that's okay. But we love the lovely ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Bishop.
She made a comment. She said that our HBCU medical schools have struggled to survive, and they are relevant and needed. So we encourage you. Yes, they are too. Please post your comments, make your comments. Miss Story said, you say that so well. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to claim that for me, that you're talking about me. I believe we've got Dr. Gossett back on. Let's try to bring Dr. Gossett. Hopefully he can hear
us. And social media grace tonight. Yes.
I can hear you.
All right. Dr. Gossett, are you there? Can you hear us?
I can.
Yes, he can.
Okay, okay. We're glad that you can hear us tonight, and we're moving right on into our next phase of the conversation, and that's talking about African Americans in medicine. Dr. Gossett, you are a brilliant gastroenterologist, as I understand, and physician. Of course, I have read more about you and just preparing for the show. But tell us a little bit more about you and your career. I believe your career spans over 20 years. Is what I've read. So share with us a little bit more about your career.
Well, I'm practicing gastroenterology here in Houston. Also participate in the teaching of the students at University of Texas and University of Texas in Galveston. We take a lot of pride in educating the young individuals and also bringing the knowledge onto the next generation. I can't overemphasize how great it was to listen to the goals and efforts at Meharry and to understand how hard they're working to get our students prepared for careers in medicine.
Yes.
And I'm also a proud graduate also of the medical school at Howard, and I must mention my undergraduate career at Wilberforce University.
Yes.
Awesome. Wilberforce is on tonight. I see Earlene Middleton say, "Yay, we're excited to see our doctor." So Wilberforce is on tonight, and we are
And
so very
Bishop, let me just throw this out there.
throw it out.
Wilberforce, as well as Meharry, are proud member schools of our organization. Houston HBCU Alumni Association. Thank you all so much. We
And
cannot
Howard
do what we do
University.
without you all.
That's right. And Howard University.
Yes, and Howard University.
Howard University. So, Dr. Gossett, let's back up. Tell us your story. You entering into medicine as an African American male. Come on, tell us that story. We love to hear that because when you say a black man that's a doctor, I mean, in our community, that's kind of like that's high up there. That's next to being the preacher.
I was very, very, very fortunate to meet really good people along the way, and be mentored by a couple people. Wilberforce graduates. My fifth and sixth grade teacher was a AKA from Wilberforce, and then Dr. Eugene Willoughby in my hometown. And initially I wanted to be a doctor when I went to school, but it wasn't going perfect. But I was able to meet with Dr. Willoughby and decide to go to Wilberforce based upon his recommendation, and the nurturing there, the science. And we're a small school, but we're a wonderful school. The nurturing, the education, the teaching, and also the it's a blessing that to have had a Dr. J.M. Trout, who was a researcher at Howard, to be an alumnus, and was also a great assist in getting there to medical school, but also for the entire time that I was there to make sure that I could make it through that struggle.
Awesome. Dr. Gossett, talk to us about what does the demand look like right now for African Americans in medicine?
We're the same. When I trained in Detroit, my residency and training, and we had a saying there that if we were to work, the African American physician was to work 24 hours a day, we could take care of a third of the population. We have an enormous shortage of African American physicians.
Yes.
Uh, and or physicians who happen to be black or whatever term you prefer. But in terms of serving
Sure.
our people and serving our community, we also need to play a role. There are lots of good people and good physicians in the world that care and that do a very good job. Um, and there are also people that we would, if we could, we'd direct our people or population in another direction.
Exactly. So, what would you tell the students, Dr. Garcia, those that are preparing to choose, just a field of study, because there's such a demand for more Black doctors? What would you just tell them
Uh,
to just get them encouraged?
I would tell them that there's room. Even if you come to a city like Houston, you may have the illusion that we're overpopulated, but we're not. There's room. Medicine is a gigantic pie, and there's a piece, an opportunity, and a niche for whomever has an aptitude and a desire to do this.
Yes.
This is a profession. It does require hard work and long hours, but if it is something that you love to do, and it is why you should do it, it's because you love to do it, then this is an outstanding profession and a wonderful career.
And what subjects should they make sure they take everyone that's offered at their school, down to even in asking some of those teachers that they know have a degree in it, like physics and all of that, to teach them that, to just
And,
ask them to come and teach me that before going off to college.
and what I said, and I always joke that because I skipped out on microbiology before biochemistry. I decided not to take that as a senior in college, and I regretted it for the entire first semester in medical school. The subject area, medicine has changed, and so you can use degrees now that in the past you can take a literature degree and now go to medical school, and that's what people have to understand. If you take the core courses or the basic courses that are required by the medical school, your degree could be in literature or journalism or any other area that you choose. I would strongly recommend business, having I've been in practice for 30 years and realized that the toughest part of medicine is sometimes the business side of it.
Yeah.
But the medicine side, the care for people, the love for our society, that portion of it, have a compassion for people, have
Wow.
a compassion and a love for people. It's like any other job. If you don't like people, then don't do medicine. Become a researcher though. Get a medical degree, get a PhD, go into the laboratory, do research, or pick a profession where you don't have to interact with people. That's one of the greatest advantages of this is that there's multiple areas where you can actually express yourself uh, with patient care, without patient care, in the laboratory, and or even teaching. Some people are maybe not skilled at technical things or maybe not skilled at patient care, but they're wonderful teachers. And
Right.
this society needs to see us teaching at the highest level.
Yes. You're so
Dr. Scott, can you tell us about what are some of the struggles for African American healthcare professions? Because we've been talking about the pretty things, the pretty side of it, but what are some of the struggles? Because I understand the struggle is real, especially in this day and time. So, what are some of the struggles that African Americans in healthcare are facing?
But one of the things I'm gonna say right away is no one ever anticipated we'd live through a pandemic. So, there are going to be some people that are going to have a financial or business struggle because no one prepares for 5 months. Everyone prepares for 90 days. So you have to have been able to always survive the valleys. Everyone does well in the peaks, but when you're in the valley, you have to be able to survive. One of the hardest things is understanding that no matter where, as the professor from the recruiter from Meharry has said, it does not matter where your degree is from. It matters what you can do. People are going to judge you based upon what you can do. Those people that have a barrier or a problem with that, if you perform well, or as Dr. Drew would expect, with excellence. Excellence, people recognize excellence no matter what you do.
true.
And so if you perform well, they may not acknowledge it, but they see it. And I
Yes.
think what's most important.
Absolutely, absolutely. Miss Veronica, do you have any other questions? I know I can see the
Everyone
real
talk
thing.
about his specialty because you've
Yes,
been hard headed. So, and I know because it actually affects my entire family. So, just tell me some of those things that um, kind of affects our system that we should be as we become seasoned individuals that we should push away from a little bit more often.
I always one of my favorite topics is probably fiber, and I talk about fiber more than any other compound because our diets don't get enough dietary fiber. So what I tell people most of all to have good bowel function, which is always important, is you got to supplement your fiber because our diets don't contain enough. With the recent loss of Black Panther, I'm saying to all individuals over the age of 45, colonoscopy. If not a colonoscopy, then get one of the other alternative tests. But I recommend you talk to your doctor about that. What we do now and the screenings we do now would not have saved our Chadwick, but there will have the potential to save hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people.
Okay.
So take the colon screening guidelines seriously. They were put there for a reason, and then understand that find somebody of quality to do your procedure so that it's done well.
How can we find you? Because I told you some time ago that I needed to schedule my appointment, and I told my wife, and I'm going to tell this joke, but I had mentioned to Dr. Gossett at one of our HBCU mixers that I needed to get an appointment with him, and it seemed like he said, okay, you know, he just kind of passed by. So I went to him again and I said, I need an appointment with you. I said, and I have insurance. He gave me a card immediately.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna be shy about it. Is a busy, even to care for, you have to have quality people to care for those that don't have. So
Yes.
we need the haves to come. I say it over and over for doctors all across the country. It is very important that sometimes we like, oh, he's doing well, he's doing fine, and that. But to care for the rest of our population that don't have, you really need to have the haves also come and assist you.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
true. So true.
So make sure when you talk with a doctor, if you meet him in passing, let him know that you have insurance. No.
So people
how
don't
do we
believe that.
contact you, Dr. Garson? Because many of us need to really be visiting you. We really do.
I'm easiest to find. I'm right downtown Houston, St. Joseph's Hospital.
Okay.
713-659-8917. It can be Googled. It can be checked through the Steward Health Network in multiple areas. I also do some spinal cord and brain injury work over at Tier, so a little specialty off on the side of those people have special bowel issues that are also important if you know someone in that area.
Okay.
So again, you can contact, I promise you, if you Google Dr. Garland Gossett, he comes up #1. His name, as soon as you put in Dr. Garland, Google finishes the name. He is well known and he's on many of the doctor referral sites, and his practice is in Houston, Texas, downtown Houston, and the St. Joseph's Center there. Thank you, Dr. Gossett, for hanging in there with us tonight, despite all of the little technical issues we've had. We've had a fun night. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before you leave us tonight?
I gotta say to my fellow alumnus that the force is definitely with us.
And that is a great exit. Thank you so much, Dr. Gossett, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank y'all.
So if you're just tuning in with us, again, you have joined us for Houston HBCU Live. Our discussion tonight, we've been discussing HBCU medical schools, African American and medicine, and now we're moving into our wellness tips. You began to receive some of those tips from Dr. Gossett. And I think Miss Veronica was about to throw me under the bus, you know, kind of telling on me that I was misbehaving a little bit. And you're not supposed to tell that. This is going on across the globe. You mustn't tell those things when we're on the air.
Yes, I am. I don't hold any secrets because what did he say? Supposed to visit a while back.
A while back, especially with our next guest is coming on, who is very near and dear to me. She has been a part of my life since I was a student at Paul Quinn College. I believe it was my freshman year at Paul Quinn College when I had learned of her, and that's none other than Denise Ford, who is the founder of Perfect Health Holistic Institute, located in Fort Worth, Texas. She is an expert in herbology and iridology and weight management. She was the founder and owner of the first Black-owned health food store in the city of Dallas, Texas. And that's how I found her, because I worked right across the street. She hosted a radio program in Dallas area for many of years on the KHVN. She's also been on the Potter's Touch with Bishop T.D. Jakes. Now, if you're sitting on the stage with Bishop Jakes, T.D. Jakes, then you have to be somebody. And not only that, not only is she an awesome naturopathic expert, naturopathic doctor, as well as she'll talk a little bit about the naturopathic way. She is an ordained minister as well. She is an ordained minister, and I tell everyone that I look as good as I look because I was working with her in my early 20s. And so this is why I'm only 30 years old now. And so I tell y'all my age. I don't tell my age. But anyway,
I know you have your fingers crossed when you said that, right?
I don't tell my age, but I look good. I always say because of her influence in my life and working with myself and my family and Mary Kay skincare products.
all of it together, coupled with the prayer, correct?
All of it together, coupled with some good prayer and some healthy living. I just have to say that one of my friends from undergrad always laughs because now I do eat things and drink things that I shouldn't, and of course it has had some negative effects on my life. And they would remark that at Paul Quinn as a student, I did not eat certain things. I did not eat sugar. I did not drink sodas. I was drinking trace minerals and all of these kinds of things because of you, Denise Ford. Welcome tonight, Dr. Denise Ford from Perfect Health.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a blessing, I tell you, to be able to come on with all of you. Mr. Thomas and also Dr. Gossip is just a blessing. And Sister Veronica and Bishop, I tell you, God is good all the time.
Yes, he is.
God is good.
Yes, he is.
Thankful to be here and be able to share a little bit with you on my ministry, which is Perfect Health God's Way. So my nonprofit is Perfect Health Holistic Institute. I'm located right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So all around the world as well. So I try to come on, on Facebook Live periodically, and of course the radio. But I am blessed that I have people from all over the world that contact me that I can be able to assist with their health. So thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us. So let's dive into it. What does that mean? Perfect Health God's Way. Because we need people to understand that this is not a religious organization or a type of religious affiliation. Some people hear when it's God's way, they think, okay, this has something to do with the church. But explain to us, what is Perfect Health God's Way? What does that mean?
Well, I will have to say this, that, it started when I did give my life to the Lord. I started asking God what he would have me to do in the ministry. And he said to help my people with their diseases. And I went to the Word of God, Genesis 1:29. He said that God said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, it shall be food. So it started telling me about the study herbs. And herbs are plants, they're foods. We cook with herbs, like sage and rosemary and thyme and ginger and garlic and all these different types of herbs we cook with. We're used to cooking with these herbs, but we very seldom know that there are health benefits to these herbs too. And of course, I'm glad that you had Dr. Gossip on, because a lot of the medication that is being used today actually came from basically used properties of the plants to produce these prescription drugs. Unfortunately, they added some chemicals to it. That's why there's a lot of side effects to prescription drugs. But your plants, that's what we recognize. Our body recognizes plants, and there is a herb. There's an herb for every weakness, every disease in the body that one can encounter. And the reason why is because plants have nutrients. And that's what our body is made up of. We come from the dust of the earth. So our body is full of, or supposed to be full of, vitamins and minerals and proteins, fiber. And so as we continue to feed our body these plants, different types of plants, some people go on plant-based diets. That's okay. Everybody is different. But as we feed our body more plant-based foods and get more nutrient-dense foods into our body, as well as good supplements, exercise and good water, and get some good sleep, quality sleep, then guess what? The body was designed to heal itself. So we do need the assistance of our doctors, which I'm so blessed to work with several doctors, especially right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, with their patients. I have several doctors, they have patients that come to them who say, I don't want to do all this medication. I want to do everything natural and holistic. And they will actually bring me in to work with them with their patients. So I'm very thankful to God, because that has always been a prayer of mine in the beginning, that I would have the opportunity to work alongside other doctors, MDs and DOs, to be able to help people to a healthier, happier life. So, and it takes both of us. It's not just myself. It's not just the medical doctor. It's teamwork that makes a dream work. So I'm thankful to be able to educate and motivate, support people to live a healthier, happier life. So I do have an office here in the Arlington, Texas area where I see clients by appointments. I educate them about eating healthy. I educate them about detoxing their body and cleansing their body, purifying their body. I talk to them about building up their body. My system that I follow, I learned from Master Herbalist Stephen Horn. And the program that I pretty much use is simple ABCD. A for activation, which means that we have to get the foundation activated. We have to get the internal terrain corrected, which includes the digestive system, includes the circulatory system, includes the gut, the microbiome. So as we activate the system, and then I add the C for cleansing, as we cleanse the debris, get rid of toxins, because you heard this, you can't put new wine in old wine skins, okay? So before we can start anew, we got to get rid of the old. We got to let old things pass away, okay? So we get rid of the old, we purify the gut, the microbiome, and then we're able to start building. And that's what I find from a lot of my clients when they come in to my office, is that they will immediately start working on trying to build and eat healthy, but they have not cleansed, they have not purified the gut, the microbiome. So they have a hard time. So I use this tool in my office. It's called a Zyto Compass. It looks like a computer mouse. And it is a second-class medical device that has been approved by the FDA. So it scans your body and is able to see what is stressing the body. And some of that will consist of bad bacteria. It can consist of mycotoxins, fungus, herbicides, pesticides, all kind of things that could be causing that imbalance in the body. So it helps you to stop guessing about what you need. So as an herbalist, I will begin to put together a program to activate, to cleanse, and then to start building. And then, of course, the D is for direct, which means that if a person is dealing with like diabetes or high blood pressure, cholesterol, or even the gastro issues that a lot of people are dealing with, from not getting enough fiber, from not using probiotics, from not eating more dark green leafy foods. Okay, they're eating too many animal foods, a lot of protein, a lot of fried foods, a lot of processed, not enough water. I see somebody almost smiling, okay?
I've been doing very good. I'm not eating all of that stuff. I'm doing very good. So
thumbs up.
I start every morning with a cup of celery juice. I juice celery every morning. I start with celery juice. I have my greens throughout the day.
Well, that's good. Now keep it up. Keep it up. Because so many people are eating so bad and not appreciating the food that our body is saying yes to, which are, I would say, 80% more plant-based foods, because those foods will help wash our digestive system. They will wash our intestinal system. A good fiber will go in there and grab a lot of those bad toxins out of our intestinal system. And then our body is saying, thank you.
Thank you.
I can do more. I can be more productive. I have more and I can think better, because guess what? When we talk about the immune system, every body system is connected to the immune system. So we are the immune system. But guess what's the main part of the immune system? It is the gut. It is the gut. So we must keep our gut, our microbiome cleaned and nourished and built up properly. Because guess what? The gut is also the second brain. It is. So when your gut is cluttered, then you're going to have a hard time remembering things. You're going to have a hard time focusing. So it's important that we keep our gut clean. Okay. So there's a lot of things that I do. I also do the Ionic foot detox, which also helps to detox a lot of toxins out of the body through the pores of the feet. And that helps clients, to feel better, to sleep better, have more energy, and even assist with weight loss and a whole lot more. So I do a lot. I like educating. I like sharing with people about herbs, because so many people, they know very little about herbs. You were saying?
And you'll be happy to know that you'll be happy to know that several of us have had an opportunity. We have a member who specializes, FD Guidon, in the Ionic foot cleanses here in Houston. And at one time, he was giving us gift certificates for our door prizes. So I had the opportunity, which I had them previously in Dallas, of course, but I've had the opportunity to have those Ionic foot cleanses, and they are amazing. When you look in the water, the color of the water will suggest what is being detoxed from the body, the texture of the water, if it's cloudy, if it's foamy, will allow you to know, yes, what's going on in the body. Can you talk to us in the few minutes that we have um, about what can we do about the high blood pressure? What are some things we can do at home, or people can reach out to you holistically for high blood pressure? I was reading something just the other day that I think it's now that over 50% of the American population is hypertensive. And so we got to get this blood pressure together. And there are people that have blood pressure, high blood pressure, that don't even know why they have high blood pressure. And I've had doctors who are African American say to me that my blood pressure wasn't high, that it was normal as an African American man. But I've had others who have said this blood pressure is a little bit too high. So I've had the conflict of Black doctors saying, well, they don't know how to treat us. So tell me, what can we do? Help us understand. What are some things we can do about the high blood pressure?
Well, on the natural side, first of all, we should increase our water intake because we don't drink enough water. And if we get the right amount of water in, at least 64 ounces of water, or we look at half the body weight up to 100 ounces of water, to go a step further with the water, let's try to get it as clean as possible. You know, spring water. I have a friend here that's in Dallas who, well, I think he's located in DeSoto. He will travel all the way to Hot Springs, Arkansas, to get that clean water there and bring it back to the DFW area, you know, to help the community out with getting some good, clean water. And but alkaline water, to be able to do that on a pure, just periodically, not have to do it every day, but to bring in alkaline water that can help with the blood pressure. Finding yourself changing your diet, like I said, finding yourself, when you look at your plate, does it consist of about 80% more leafy green vegetables like kale, like spinach, your arugula, your chard. Also adding colorful vegetables. I have a chart called the Nutrition Rainbow. When you look at salad, is it a variety of colors there? Because they will provide us with antioxidants that can push out free radicals that will help our cellular system. Okay. Also, exercise. It's time that we move the body. I have been listening to people who have been quarantine, and they have not done no exercise. They haven't done any exercise. They're not moving their body. I had a gentleman just today who was heavily into exercising, and now he's dealing with some cardiovascular issues because he has not exercised not one time since he's been in quarantine. And so I said, if you can just start moving your body again, you'd be surprised how it would help your circulatory system. Beets. If you don't like beets, pray and ask God to give you a taste of beets. Beets are very high in nitric oxide, which helps with the blood vessels. So it helps with the vascular system. So to be able to add beets to your smoothie, or get you some put it added to your salad, that would be absolutely good. But I will share this real quick. I, work with a product line called Nature Sunshine. I love Nature Sunshine products. They're one of the highest quality control supplement companies in the world. Well, they have a formula called Rejuvenate. And Rejuvenate has a lot of beets in it, along with pomegranate, but it also have a lot of antioxidants added to it. And of course, grapeseed is added to it, green tea is added to it, and olive leaf. Well, Rejuvenate is a powder that you can simply add to your bottled water and drink it once or twice a day, and it will absolutely help with the blood, with the vascular system, which again will help with blood pressure. Okay. Also, when you look at artichokes, artichokes are good for us helping with cholesterol. Okay. Garlic is also good for helping with cholesterol as well as blood pressure. So if your cholesterol has been up really high or is not in the normal range, that will contribute to high blood pressure. So we do need more fiber that can help with the cholesterol, but also help with our blood pressure. So it's about really trying to get into eating more healthier foods. You know what, I'm gonna say it like this. I have to, Bishop, I have to go there. But
go ahead.
The devil comes to do what? To steal, kill, and to destroy.
Yes.
So he went into the garden and he started trying to deceive Eve. Okay, and he did. He got on her. All right. And right now too. Well, guess what? That stuff is still happening today with the food. The devil is still deceiving folks with about eating the right food. They don't want to eat the right food. They want to eat the junk because they're being overcome with deception of eating more sugar, okay, processed food, going to the fast food restaurant and having 2 of their main meals a day from the fast food restaurant instead of eating at home and getting fresh foods at home. That would change the blood pressure. That would help change if you are diabetic, because God said, feed the body, to nourish the body, get the herbs. That's our meat. That's our food. And there's an herb for every disease. We have to get on some good quality multivitamins and minerals. That's another area. You're talking about helping your blood pressure. You need more minerals going into your body. You need more minerals to electrify your body. Okay. And of course, probiotics and enzymes to help protect the gut. The enzymes are like the spark plugs. Okay. That will help break down all the protein that you're eating, all the carbs that you're eating, all the fats you're eating, all the starches you're eating. Guess what? People are eating too much meat. It takes over 72 hours to digest just 1 little ounce of beef and pork. And how many ounces have you had today? You had probably 2 ounces twice a day. So it already takes 72 hours to just digest 1 ounce. And you want to go back and get some more and more throughout the day. When I talk to my clients, they eat meat. They can tell me real quick the meat that they eat, and they can tell me real quick the starches that they eat, like potatoes and corn, and then beans, which is a it's a starchy vegetable. But what about salads? Do you eat salads? And they're like, well, maybe once a week. Woo! And then you wonder why you're constipated, or you wonder why you only have 1 bowel movement, and then you're having high blood pressure, you're on diabetic, you're on insulin, and you're taking 4 and 5 different blood pressure medications. That works havoc on the kidneys. That works havoc on the liver. So if you are going to take medication, you need to still be nourishing your body so your body can get the right nutrients in it, and the body can change for the better. It can do what? Like the body, like God said about, he wants to heal. We are healed. Now we have a responsibility. We have to nourish that which God has healed. But we perish for a lack of knowledge. So we have to begin to study how to take care of this temple naturally, just like we study how we're going to put this outfit together from head to toe.
Yes.
So I like working with herbs, and I thank God for being the first Black-owned health food store owner in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where I've been blessed to know about a lot of different supplement companies on the market. Of course, there's over 78,000 brands, but people still don't know of quality. I see people in Walmart, they're getting stuff, and yes, I'm gonna put it out there public. They don't know what's mixed in those pills. It could be sawdust, newspaper, nuts, or whatever. And people are taking that and they're saying, oh, it didn't work. Reason why it's not working, because the quality is not there. They're not even using the best part of the plant. I'm real big about CBD. Now you got every corner with a CBD store. Even the bakery got CBD.
Yes.
You can go and watch yourself. Even the nurseries got CBD.
Yes. Can you explain, because some may not know what CBD are, because someone was drinking a CBD coffee, a product that I market, and they were drinking the coffee, and there was another minister at the table that said, "The devil is a lie, you drinking weed."
No.
They said the bishop was selling weed, was giving weed coffee, marijuana at the table, which was far from the truth. Can you tell us about CBD?
And after that, Bishop, just give me 1 second here.
Yes.
Are we able to view questions in the chat tonight?
Yes, but at the moment we're not having many questions.
Okay.
We have quite a few viewers that listen.
Okay. All right.
Yes, but CBD is the cannabinoid, okay, that actually helps with calming the body, helping you to be more focused. I say it helps to balance you, okay? It helps with the homeostasis of the body. All right. Now, you have several properties, but you have like CBD, which is the one that doesn't make you high, okay? And then you have THC, and both of these are part of the marijuana plant. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is part of the plant. However, you have hemp. Hemp is actually another that helps with the brain. It helps with the gut. It helps with the heart. It helps with every part of our body. You can have hemp seed milk. Okay, you can drink the hemp seed milk. You can put hemp in your cereal because that has a lot of fiber. CBD is coming. You have CBD in the hemp. I mean, you can get it from the hemp. So CBD, if you get the right one, you have people who put out like broad spectrum, they put out full spectrum, where they're using a certain part of the plant. They're not using the whole. Now, Nature Sunshine, they have another side company called Kemp, which means quality hemp. Well, they use the whole, it's whole spectrum. So they're using every part of the plant, which means that you're going to benefit more from it, along with added essential oils to get the terpenes, okay, to help your body to absorb it. So whenever you get on a holistic program, CBD should be included because it helps with the balancing. It helps with the homeostasis of the body. So your body will be able to absorb and receive it so much better. Okay. So again, like I say, it helps with balancing, it helps with calming, it helps with focusing, and it helps give you energy. All right. So it's like an adaptogen type of herb that can help with your whole body, your mind and body connection. Okay. So yes, CBD is great. I love it. So again, here we go. When we talk about boosting our immune system, we got a lot of herbs that can help with that. Elderberry is one. Okay, a lot of people are consuming elderberry, but then again, you have some people say, "Oh, the stuff didn't work," because everybody wants to market elderberry and the quality control is not there. So again, I do like the Nature Sunshines elderberry 3 Defense. It has a little vitamin D added. Vitamin D is so important right now for our immune system, and so many people are low vitamin D for several reasons. They don't eat enough fish like cod and salmon. And they're
You low on vitamin D.
There you go.
You're telling on yourself you're low on vitamin D.
When you first brought it to my attention, because I was working so many hours, and of course, I wasn't going outside. You drive up in the garage, both home and work, so you're not outside to get vitamin D from the sunlight, right?
Right.
She told me, she said, "I've never seen anyone with vitamin C as low as yours. It's lower than a deceased person." I was like, "What?" So that's how I found out about making sure that they check my vitamin D. If they don't check anything else.
Yes.
We have a question.
Sorry about that. I got somebody.
We have a question.
We
have a question from a viewer. And the question from one of our viewers, and please feel free, again, we're not seeing our Facebook posts here, but I can see them. Please post your questions and I will ask your question. I may not be able to bring it to the screen. There's some disconnection with Facebook, but there's a question. What is the highest quality brand of CBD?
I have to be honest, okay? Like I said, I am a certified herbalist, and I have been for over 37 years. And I have worked with Nature Sunshine Company for 37 years, okay? And their company actually is one of the highest quality control companies in the world. With that being said, when they started the Kemp, which is Quality Hemp, QEMP, a few years ago, the same thing goes for their brand. Kemp is of highest quality. Well, Kemp actually was tested against 9 of the top CBD companies in the world. Well, guess what? I'm proud to say, and I am proud to say, that Nature Sunshine tested 30% higher than those 9 top CBDs. So a lot of people still don't know about Kemp, the company that I work with. But when they do try it, they will know a difference. They will see a difference. They will feel a difference. I have worked with several other companies, CBD, and I have something to compare with as well. And I have found that the Kemp CBD is one of the best. I would say one of the best. Okay. So, again, with the CBD, we have like a day and a nighttime. We have a regular CBD that's 30 milligrams. And that's something you want to be careful about, because a lot of the CBDs that I found, they'll put like a high number on the bottle. Like, say, for example, I found one that was like 500. They said 500 on the bottle. You're thinking 500 milligrams of CBD. And it wasn't true. When you turn it on the label, it's basically letting you know how much CBD you're getting in a dropper. So it was like 10 milligrams in the dropper. So what the bottle was stating is that it's 500 milligrams in the whole bottle. So per dropper is 10 milligrams. Well, in the Kemp's CBD, 30 milligrams, you're getting 30 milligrams per dropper, which is a high number, okay, which is a high milligram. But we also have a 25 milligram, and then we just came out with one for the joint CBD, and we also have one for an extra one for calmness, okay, to help with the calming, and a cream as well. So I'm absolutely loving the Kemp CBD line, and they're coming out with more, expanding. So we have a research development team in Utah, where we're based in Utah, and we're one of the very few supplement companies that actually have their own research and development team of doctors and researchers. So we have the Hughes Research and Development Center in the state of the art in Utah. And that's where we also have our facility where we actually manufacture and house all of our own products. And our doctors and our researchers, they will travel all over the world to find the highest quality materials. And then we put them through over 600 testings. A lot of supplement companies in this world are not even coming close to what Nature Sunshine and Kemp are doing. So you have a lot of companies that just putting out products on the market. I would still say they're good. I would still say they're good because it's better than nothing. Because you have so many people who are still not taking not one supplement to help their body at all. So I would say at least try a supplement. I don't care if it is a Walmart brand. But when you're really ready to take it up a notch and see that your nutritional supplements are really feeding your body, you want to research the company that you're getting your products from and make sure you know how they're testing their materials, where they're getting their materials from to manufacture this product. Real quick, I had a lady call me the other day. She said, I'm starting my own herbal company. I said, oh, you are? Well, wonderful. I'm proud of you. That is so good. Now, tell me more about it. So she went on to tell me, where she was getting her herbs, and she was going to encapsulate them. And I said, well, tell me something. This is very important to me. How are you testing your materials? How are you testing your materials? She said, oh, I don't know yet. But yet she wants to have her own company. And now she's getting ready to take a chance on someone else's body who could actually turn around and sue her if something happens. Okay. So checking, doing the research, whichever company, check the research, do the research and find out where they're getting your materials. Because, for example, say lavender. Lavender could be good and grown in Austin for a couple of years. And if that's where you're set on getting your lavender from, what about when the climate and everything changes? It may not be that great anymore. So you have to find, where else can I get the highest quality lavender? Well,
Yes.
that's how Nature Sunshine operates. And I'm just happy that I am a part of that type of company, because I can sleep at night and knowing that whatever I recommend is going to work.
This has been great. You've had a wealth of information, and we're going to have to go back and watch it and have you back again, so you can share more with us. We may just do a special workshop so that you can online virtual workshop so that you can share more with us. Could you give us your website? There have been questions asked on Facebook about your website. Can you go ahead and give us your website so that everyone can find you and these wonderful products?
Okay, I have two websites. All right. The main website you can go to directly for all of my nice, wonderful products. It's www.my, that's M-Y, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, P as in Peter, .com / my last name, Ford, F-O-R-D, and 1. So that's mynsp.com / Ford1. That would take you right into my product line. Okay.
That's www.mynsp / is that .com /
No. You didn't mess it all up, Bishop.
I did. I messed it up. I'm sorry.
No, it's mynsp.com.
Okay.
Ford1.
Okay. I put that in the comments there, so that everyone can just follow it there, and the link.
Got it. I can see it myself.
You can see it. I put it in the comments. And your second website.
Okay, for the nonprofit is Perfect Health Holistic Institute.org.
Okay. Holistic Institute.org. Okay, that's a long one. Now y'all write that down.
Perfect Health Holistic Institute.org. And if anybody wants to give us a donation to help our kids, we have a program called the CEO Club, Colorful Eating Options for Kids. We got to train up these kids right. Help them eat right, eat vegetables so they can grow eating vegetables and won't be sick.
Thank you so much, Denise Ford, for joining us tonight. It's always a joy to have you on with us. Whenever you've been on with me virtually on my platforms, you're always a delight. We thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Miss Veronica, is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, we would certainly like to thank our listening audience for joining us. And please, we're here at the end of each month with great subjects all about HBCUs and other. So please join us. We're right here. Look for us. This is our September edition, and our October edition is coming up, along with November and December. And as Bishop shared with us last month, we even have presidents of universities that have already confirmed that will be coming up before the end of the year. So guys, I think Bishop wanted to also ask if there was some particular subject matters that you're interested in. Please put that in our chat, and we can go out and bring in some experts on those areas, because the two of us are certainly not experts in all these areas. We just like to have a conversation about these topics so that we can share them with you all, the listening audience. So once again, if you're interested in, just let us know.
Yes, please. Inbox us If you have a subject matter or something that's sticking out concerning HBCUs, please inbox us. We are open for suggestions. If you also have other guests that you would like to suggest to us, or perhaps if you yourself, would like to maybe come on, please inbox us, send us your information, and of course, what your subject matter is, and we will go from there. We just want to, the comments, thank you for joining us. Renita Price, she says, thank you. Yvette Payne Allen says, very informative. Carol G. Steady, Paul Quinn, also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Also says, very informative. Edwin Robinson says, very interesting. And Shalandra Jones says, excellent show. Thank you. Hashtag HBCU proud. Janet Harvey, thank you so much for joining. Says that tonight was helping her. Good to hear info from professional people of color. That's what we do on our platform, is we are promoting.
Bishop, where is your
Grambling people are always Grambling people, I'm telling you, they have been trained.
Yes, we have. We are.
Yes, they have. And that's okay. I am ordering my Paul Quinn mug and cups and all of this stuff so I can make sure I put it out there. I need me a Paul Quinn diamond ring or something. And we thank you to everyone that tuned in on YouTube. Several of you have joined in by way of YouTube tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. The comment from YouTube says, thank you, AKA Zeta Chapter Wilberforce. All right. Thank you to the force that's on tonight. Miss V, please give us our website for the Houston HBCU Alumni Association.
Yes. Please visit our website, guys. It is hbcuaa.org. We're actually looking for those additional 11 schools. You can join on our website under Join Association. Our website again, hbcuaa.org. And we are waiting for you with open arms. Please join.
It is scrolling at the bottom. Yes, join tonight. Before we go off, we're preparing to go off. Join us tonight. You can join the organization as a individual member,
chapter level. And let me tell you the good part about the chapter level. On the chapter level, the chapter will pay their $100 fee. And all of your financial members for that financial year are automatic members of Houston HBCU Alumni Association. Now, when you vote as one. Whereas on the individual level, you also vote as one. So if you have an individual membership, which is only $35 annually, you have your own vote. And you do not have to be an alum or graduate of one of our historically Black colleges and universities. You can be a supporter or a friend. Join on the associate level. That's only $25 annually. And you will be able to
join.
Yes.
Join tonight.
Yes.
Bottom line, join tonight. And also you can make a donation for our scholarship fund. If you'd like to make your donation, you can do that on the website via PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, you can use Cash App. Use my Cash App, $Rich Living 777, and Cash App, and make sure you mark scholarship, and that will be sent directly to our organization. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. I got to recognize David Williams, one of our members that's in Bangkok, Thailand.
Is David with us tonight?
Yes, he's with us tonight.
David,
from States.
Norfolk is one of our schools that's not
Yeah.
currently represented because you moved away. But guess what? You don't have to live in the United States in order to be a member. Please go ahead.
So we have members worldwide.
Yes.
Yes, we do. We have worldwide members. Thank you for joining us tonight, David. Debbie Allen, thank you so much for your comment on YouTube, saying great resources, and thanks for sharing the contacts. This has been a great broadcast tonight, and thank you for your social media graces, bearing with us through all of our few technical challenges. Join us on next. David Williams and David Williams style says, have no worries, the dues will be paid. Okay.
Yeah. And so we will make
I'm telling y'all.
Because Norfolk is currently not represented.
Miss V has a way of calling people out on, international TV. I'm gonna help her, y'all. I'm gonna help her. She gonna stop calling us out.
You don't have to live here in the United States. We're okay.
She will call you out. Thank you so much, Andrea Weston, Alabama A&M, for your comments, saying great job. Thank you for all the interesting information. Yes, Ms. Veronica will reel you in as a member. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ms. Cherie Story, saying great job. We want to thank our guest tonight, Mr. John C. Thomas, Meharry Medical College. Thank you, Dr. Garland Gossett, MD, gastroenterologist, here in Houston, Texas. And thank you for joining us tonight, Dr. Denise Ford from the Perfect Health Holistic Institute. And all of you that joined in from across the globe, city to city, we thank you so much for joining us. Connect with us online at Houston HBCU Alumni Association on Facebook, or you can find us on LinkedIn as well as Instagram. You can connect with us on those platforms as well as Twitter. We can't forget about Twitter. Please connect with us, but most importantly, connect with us by joining this organization. We want you to join. We want you to become a part of the work that we are doing now. We're not just locally, but through social media and technology. We have leveraged technology to take our HBCUs to the globe. And I travel to Africa sometimes 3 or 4 times a year, and I'm always telling the students that I meet about our historically Black colleges and universities. And I was so honored to be in Lagos, Nigeria, to have an alum of Paul Quinn College living in Lagos, Nigeria, that heard that I was there, wanted to meet with me. So listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Houston HBCU Live. I am Bishop Richard Parker, Vice President.
And I am Monica Johnson Williams, President of this dynamic organization. And we could not do what we do without you.
Absolutely. Good night. Please, after this is over with, please share it, share the link, and please start a watch party. Get those numbers up. We like to see 1,000 views. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Until next month. Bye-bye.